Hello people, my name is Ben, and this is Need for Speed Most Wanted, not the HD remake of the classic on the PS2, which I loved. That was one of my favourite games as a little Ben. But a whole new game made by Criterion, creators of Burnout, the Burnout series, most notably Burnout Paradise, or Burnout 4, which I thought was amazing as well. Known for their crashes and awesome graphics and particle effects and such. And now they are on the Need for Speed series, and the Burnout series has died, unfortunately. But it lives on in the Need for Speed series, so as long as you don't mind that, then let's get going with Most Wanted. And just change your car and have it fixed up instantly. I love that. That is probably one of the best mechanics of the game. The fact that you can... also that. The fact that you can just drive... drive through a fix-up station or whatever and get your car instantly healed. It's pretty wonderful. There's no going into a garage door shutting and then having to reverse back out. It's instant, because why wouldn't it be? There's no point in not making it instant, so they just want to make everything convenient, which is much better. It's also a sort of strategic thing to do in races, because it will fully refill your nitrous, and then you can obviously get a little bit of a boost. So if you happen to come across one during a race, then definitely see if you can drive into it. So that's rather interesting. So we just started up a race, The Hunted. You just go to various race locations, spin your wheels, and the race starts. It's as simple as that, and it's wonderful. And in fact, this isn't a race, this is an ambush where we have to escape the cops, which is rather difficult, and maybe I shouldn't have chosen this. There are a load of weird effects in this game, but it makes all the intros really interesting to watch. Matrix police cars and such. And it just starts us off straight away. Drift around here, that gets us some more nitrous. Crash into that, that gets us nowhere. For some reason the whole crash thing was a little bit delayed. Maybe he just doesn't think anybody's stupid enough to crash there. However, I proved them wrong. Can I get all the way up to the top? Jesus, I'm doing it awful right here. Terribly sorry, just get past here. Can I just keep going up? Or is this the most? Doing donuts on the roof. Let's go! And there are various billboards to crash into as well. Oh no, we just got into cooldown. That would have been kind of nice to have stayed into that. You can see on the minimap in the bottom left a little circle, well, rather big circle around me. And if there are no cops in that circle, then the circle will be left in that position, and if I manage to escape it, then that enters cooldown, which we're almost at, so I really don't want to crash right now. Entered cooldown, done. Oh no, of all the times for that to happen, I didn't want it to be there. Come on, come on. So you can also see to the right of the minimap a heat level, and that can keep going up, and then you're screwed because you have to wait for longer until they stop pursuing you after the cooldown. That means I'm not doing such a good job. I got busted. Wonderful. Well done. As you can see, I'm very good at racing games. I enjoy them. I don't like simulation races. Imagine how bad I am at those. But this keeps the same arcadey feeling of Most Wanted, and it doesn't try to go for a realistic approach at all, as you can see. And it's pretty wonderful. Okay. So we might go into another one after that. If I just want to hop right back into it, I can just go and retry last event, which is very convenient. Speaking of convenient, let's talk about Easy Drive in the top left there. So Easy Drive is your main menu, as it were. Not this main menu, it's an alternate one that you access with the D-pad. Auto log is not currently on because I'm currently offline and have no friends on Origin anyway, so who gives a damn about that? However, shit, if you do, let's just try to stay stationary and not move and get our car fixed up. There we go, wonderful. So, Easy Drive, Autolog recommends, so that's probably pointing you to different races where you can beat friends' high scores and stuff like that. If it was on, that is. Races, these are all the races that I can do for this particular car. Can customize my car. Don't have that much customization available at the moment. You get more customization by completing the different races. Can just change the car at any time. These are all the ones that I've discovered. And then I can go into the most wanted cars. So, at the moment, this is fairly confusing. Probably to everybody, because why can't I just teleport to all these cars? What do you mean by discovered cars? And what's this crazy SP stuff that I keep earning, or fail to earn? Well, in this, you start off with very good cars. There's no... That's pretty fun. If Autolog was on, then that would have had an avatar of one of my friends and been like, hey, this is the distance that he got, well, he made this jump. Very intuitive. Fairly awesome. So definitely a benefit to having friends and always trying to beat their high scores. It compares everything to what your friends do. So, you start off with pretty good cars. Hello. And then you upgrade them to be even better. However, my only complaint is that you don't even start off with boost. Yeah, kind of crappy. If I've already done one race to earn boost for a car, then I don't really want to earn it for all of them. It's fairly annoying. Not that the races aren't fun to do, just not amazing. Not when you're just doing it to earn the same thing anyway. Ton of physics stuff, as you would expect from a game running the Frostbite 2 engine. Amazing lighting effects, stuff like that, all beautiful. So this is a car that I've already discovered, otherwise it would have come up. I can just press Y and I will hop right into it, pretty much just teleport, because I'm a superpower car man, and that is what will happen if I were to do that. However, that doesn't really have anything, does it? What does it say there? SP, so that means I've got no SP with that. 0 out of 27 milestones with it. Yeah, I've not driven it. So, you can just go around exploring and finding some of the best cars in the world straight away. They won't be upgraded, but they'll be really good. And you would think, well, there's no progression there, so that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Well, not as much as I thought, honestly. It could have been really bad, it could have been extremely boring, you would have stuck to one car, but actually no, it's really fun to discover new cars, especially when they're superpower, mega, ultra fast ones that are insanely good. As you can tell, I don't have the most eclectic knowledge of cars. Not a huge car person, although I do like driving them and ramming into other cars and stuff. Speed cameras are sort of collectible. 57 out of 66, wow. Get fixed up. Nice. Then immediately damage and crash ourselves again. Lovely. As you can see, the destruction shows up really well. I don't know what that's about. Look at that. Bit weird. It's the only time I've ever seen a graphical glitch. Interesting. So the destruction is great. It actually has an effect on your car, especially if you get severe. Tires will pop and stuff, and you'll barely be able to drive. But then we can just go into one of these, and everything is fine. So, you find different cars, speed on roads, do a ton of different things, and pretty much it's always rewarding you with the SP. The more SP you have, the closer you are to getting down the most wanted list. So at the moment I have some sort of mount. As you can see, it's going to take rather a large amount. I'm very close to the most wanted 7, which I'd like to show you. So how about we go to a race? Circuit race sounds good. Speed run or another circuit race. Let's go to the medium level one because I'm not the best, especially when I'm recording and my frame rate being lower. Speaking of frame rate, it's rather smooth. You'll probably want a decent computer for it because it is Frostbite 2 and amazing Frostbite 2 graphics rushing past you at such speeds. It's gonna require a fairly powerful computer. Nice. Stuff like that is always fun to do, and so is that, surprisingly. Crashes are a sight to behold. So, in terms of a PC port, how good is it? Well, it's fairly decent. It's Origin, so that might be a turn off for some people. But how about we have a look at the settings? So settings-wise, it's not bad. There's no voice thing, which is kind of annoying because the tutorial voice, I would like that to be louder, but the normal SFX to be lower. Music volume is down to 0 because it has a huge soundtrack of copyrighted music, so I'd rather not get stricken on that. So that's why we're turning it off, but it does have a ton of different music, and I'm pleased to say that there is a fair amount of dubstep in there as well. For anybody that likes that sort of stuff, I heard that it's a fairly popular genre. So, it has different screen resolutions as you would expect. There's no windowed mode right here, however you can press Alt Enter and that will get you into a windowed mode just by doing that. High resolution textures, these are off, so you are not seeing the game at its best. That's because I'm recording, I want a decent frame rate at least. You have motion blur, shadow level. Yeah, as you can see, not everything is on high, but they can go up to fairly high levels and they will look amazing. Much better than the console versions, especially with that the high-res texture pack, which is awesome that they included that. Shows that they actually do care a little bit about it. I'm using a controller, of course. Why? Because, well, why would you not? It's a steering game. You kind of want analog control rather than digital, which would kind of suck. I haven't even tried the keyboard controls. I'm assuming that they're functional, just not amazing. Speaking of not amazing, that wasn't. So, let's continue. Sound design is awesome. Crashes, everything feels great. Vibration on the controller also really adds to it. Massive amount of destruction and stuff like that tends to happen quite often. One thing that I think is weird though is that glass doesn't get smashed enough in your car. Like, you'll see glass particles just going everywhere, but no glass. Nice, new jack spot. See what they did there? Like jackpot, yeah. Fairly creative. So the whole thing with finding cars is entertaining. They're hidden in little different places, nooks and crannies, giving you an incentive to explore the area, which is wonderful. I've been playing this for about 3-4 hours, maybe even 5. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. The bad parts about the PC port are that online, there is no way to turn your mic off. What the hell? Yeah, there's a few bad things, and if you have a multi-monitor setup, you have to have both of the other monitors turned off for the game to even start up. Yeah, luckily I don't. Well, not really luckily, but you know what I mean. That's what I'm trying to convince myself. I'm lucky to not have multiple monitors, yeah. However, that kind of sucks that you have to have them turned off. It's a really weird problem, and hopefully they'll patch it. Let's try not to crash, at least for the video. Although, I'm sure you'll find it very entertaining. But other than that, the port seems to be rather good. It seems to run well. There's a decent options menu, as you saw. Not really more that I could want. In terms of camera options, I've only ever liked this style of camera anyway. This is really hurting my ability to get to my destination. But there's also this. No... What do you call it? In the cockpit view. Let's just call it that, yeah. But there's only that and that. However, I don't care, because I never play games like that anyway. It's one of the main reasons I don't like simulation stuff, because you sort of have to play it like that to get the full experience. So in this you can see our various rewards for whatever place we come in. These intros are really varied and different. They are different for every single race in every single car. All the races are different for every single car, so far anyway. Nothing has been the same, which is really impressive considering like it's 120 cars or something. That's a lot of different cars and a lot of different intros, even more races. It's crazy. Unfortunately, the customization doesn't show up on your car, but I can't really complain too much because it feels like it makes a difference, and it does, which is always good. So just off-road tires, which makes it much easier to control off-road, which I have. Whoa! Look at that crash. See, that is the beauty of Criterion and the Frostbite 2 engine. Particle porn, I heard someone call it, which sounds fairly accurate, although I wouldn't generally use those words together. However, it doesn't seem inaccurate. There's a lot of things to like about it, and for me, not much to dislike, apart from my skill level. What I do like is that in each race you are just started right up again. Oh wow, I thought that was him. Right back up again after the crash at a fairly high speed of about 100 miles an hour, getting you right back into it. You'll have fallen behind, but not so bad. There are checkpoints, and you get little things of SP for just reaching them, or doing other things like slamming people, which I would love to show you if I was any good. I usually am, but for the sake of this video, my skill level has just deteriorated into shit. But it's really fun. All the cars feel different as well, which is good. They all control very differently. Nice. I did that rather well. Presentation wise, it's awesome. Such good presentation. That's what Criterion is best at. Like, everything just feels incredibly smooth. Like, just right after the race, there's no pausing, there's no load times, it seems, for the most part, and the load times are kept to a bare minimum. So, the most wanted race available. Wonderful. Okay. Most wanted cars. Ugh. Let's show you the meat of this game. Most wanted. I loved Most Wanted back in the day. That was awesome. And this continues the trend of awesomeness. It is really, really awesome. And it's even more fun to attract the cops and the cop AI and the enemy AI and the... I want that. That's pretty good skid for me. It is actually really good, and it's extremely challenging, more so than you would think. See what I mean? A load of glass just came out there, however none of it was from me, which is a bit weird. Like how glass particles are generated, but they don't actually seem to come off. It's a little odd. Rock Paper Shotgun did a pretty good thing, description, like one sentence description of it, which was that it's a really delicious cheesecake, but the forks you're given to eat it keep breaking. As in, it's such a good game, but there are just minor niggles here and there that stop it from being perfect. However, it's the best racing game I've played in a long time, and I love it. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I would recommend this without a doubt, honestly, if you're into this sort of thing. If you like the previous Most Wanted game, then you're gonna love this. I love everything Criterion do. They managed to make racing games extremely fun for me. Nothing is taken too seriously. I think it's really arcadey, really social as well with the whole auto log system. It's awesome. I love it. Or is it egging you on to beat your high scores and stuff like that? Oh, here we go. Don't let him go this time. Too late. Yeah, it's really easy to escape a heat level 1. But it's when you're on the higher ones that it takes ages, and then there are roadblocks and spike thingies. It's pretty awful. Although I don't think there's really much of a penalty for getting busted. There's not much of a penalty for anything in this game, which just makes it fun. People would complain about a lack of challenge, but things are challenging. You're just not punished too much when you don't beat them, which I'm not going to complain about that, because punishment in a game like this would just slow you down, which isn't what you want from a racing game. You want it to be top speed constantly, because that's what I want. And this is what they do. They keep up the pace with the lack of load times and all that. The intros, the presentation, all flows very well. There doesn't even seem to be a main menu. You are just thrust right into the game straight away, and I'm not complaining about that. It's awesome. Let's do this and fail multiple times, because it's really difficult, and these go on for a long time as well. So if you fail right at the end, which I have done, yeah, these are the coolest intros as well, which they really should be, since there's only 12 of them. 11, 12, something like that, or 10, because it's the 10 most wanted, right? I think. Yeah, it's kind of awesome. I love the graphics, love the style of the game, and most of the time, in fact all the time in these most wanted races, you are being chased by the cops at the same time, just to make things a little bit more interesting. See if we can slam him. Yes! Oh wow, I think that was a spike trap, shall we just call them. That's basically what they are, and I almost ran into that, and that would have screwed me for the rest of the race, basically. Because even if you crash or whatever and restart, then nope, you still got no wheels, bro. No wheels. Oh, see, you get little bits of SP just for slamming and takedowns and stuff like that. HUD, the UI in the HUD is awesome as well. Things are very clear on screen, apart from a few things which are rather small in writing to pick out when you're just racing about. No, no. Okay, now you can see what I mean. Oh, no. Oh, I kind of have to go in this, right? Pretty much. There's a busting thing, and yeah. So that's why they're useful. And believe it or not, it's possible to catch up. There's not much rubber banding or anything. These guys will go ahead of you by a lot, but it doesn't make it impossible, which is good. When you feel like you've caught up, you're like, wow, I can't believe that. I can't believe how bad I'm doing. This is rather awful. And just things like spike traps, I'm not sure if I like them or not. In the overworld, sure, but at times like this, where I just want to enjoy the rest of the race, god damn it, they're not so entertaining. But the police AI is really good at keeping up with you. They are phenomenal. Oh, I almost hit that. Shit, don't tell me I'm going the wrong way. Nope, because I can do this. Like, have fun and, yep, go. Oh, I'm almost catching up to this guy as well, believe it or not. You can see him on the minimap. Come on, come on, we can do this. This is the great thing about the races being so long, is that it gives you plenty of time to catch up. And then crash, and then never catch up ever. Shit. Oh, it's going to be the finish really soon, isn't it? Go away, roadblocks. Nobody likes you. Off-road tires pro unlocked. Ooh, interesting. Oh, this guy is really close. Come on. Oh no! Oh, I did it! What? I think the cops screwed him over. He got flung out the completely wrong way. Oh, that was close. That was awesome though. See, the adrenaline rush and everything is so good. Shut him down to win his car? I'm fine with that. I can do that. Or can I? It's rather difficult. Yeah, the pursuit will still happen even after the race. Keep things interesting. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's right here. Oh, come on. Wait, bro. Just wait. Although now I'm their main target for some reason. Because they can sense that I'm the player. Oh, this guy's going in really weird directions. Yeah, I may have lost him. I may have been busted as well. Oh no. Let's see. Well, that sucks. However, you do see them just around the city as you're exploring, so if you see a little black arrow on your screen, then be sure to go after it and F him the hell up. Because you want that car. No, you do. So overall, I really like it. I didn't doubt Criterion would be awesome, and I'm surprised they are. They are incredibly awesome at making these sorts of games. They are the pros, the masters. I don't care about any other racing series. It's sad to see Burnout go, but people, I think, should just accept that this is the new Burnout. Just because it has a different name doesn't change it from being so good. Because it really is. And you can just jump to cars, which is fairly useful. You can jump to races as well that you've already done. If you've not done them, then you need to travel to the station. This is one of the cars I upgraded quite a bit. Wow. Already I can feel the difference between this and the other car. It takes a while to get used to it, which is good. It's definitely a good thing. Got busted 6 times. I actually got rewarded for it. Wow. But this is one of those super awesome, amazing cars. However, they all feel good, and they're all really interesting to try. Which you wouldn't expect. But it is. Fuck progression, if it's still this fun. The progression is through the most wanted ranks. It's not going up in cars. You are already an awesome badass. You just have to prove it by finding new cars. And oh, that's a bit weird of a camera. Yeah. It's not a bad PC port. And it's an awesome game. This is just one of those that I'm going to want to go back to again and again. Multiplayer is apparently just as awesome as well as the single player. Well, the single player seems to have a lot of hours in it. You can have a lot of fun. The map is fairly huge. Let's see. Although when you look at it like this, it doesn't look that big. Maybe some more gets unlocked. But it's true, when you look at it like this, it doesn't seem so huge. But trust me, it is. And it's a joy to run about. These are only the main roads, I think. And of course it doesn't include the billboards, races, jack spots, recommends, speed cameras, billboards. Yeah, it's cool. It's extremely, extremely cool. I am enjoying it so much. The music in it is great as well. Although, of course, you can just put some iTunes or Windows Media Player on in the background, and that will be just as good. There's no like custom playlist in the game, but who cares when you can just have that up in the background. Every car is really fun and satisfying to drive. It feels great to take down the most wanted and to just edge it out at the end of the race, as I'm sure you could tell by my excitement at the end of that. It's also the excitement of not having to do it again. However, if you do want to redo things like races and try to beat your higher scores, then you'll be rewarded for that. It's rather awesome. World design is great. This entire city, Fairhaven, is awesome. It feels alive, although there aren't people. Just alive with cars, I guess. Yeah. So that's Need for Speed Most Wanted, the resurrection of an awesome game, just in a completely new way, but it still keeps the sort of essence of the old stuff. This is what it would have been like if it had been made by Burnout people, and in modern day. It feels just like it should, and it's great. Pick it up, link in the description if you're into this thing. You can pick it up on console as well. The main benefit to being on PC is of course the fact that you can play your own music in the background, which I guess you could do anyway. Oh boy, what was that? And the improved graphics. Yeah. See, now I can try to improve my time. But that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.